Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Broken Theory. Today we got the homie DC the Prince. What's good?
Hey man, what's happening? Appreciate you for having me here today.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you making some time. I wanted to talk with you and see where the journey first started. How'd you first get into music?
Believe it or not, it's a family thing. My dad, he plays guitar and piano, and he started off with violin in Puerto Rico. And then ever since then, he picked up the guitar, the piano, and just went with it. Ever since I was born, I remember nothing but music.
Wow.
It took me a minute to get to realizing, hey, that's what I'm supposed to be though. It took
Yeah.
me like I turned 28 when I started like, hey, I'm gonna make this full time. So
So at what age did you start to fool around? I know you said like, it's in the family, but at what age did you start to like really start diving in all the way?
really, I was 28. My daughter was born, so I was like, you know what? If I don't do this now, I will never be able to tell my kids go for their dreams. So that
Uh-huh.
28, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the time.
Nah, I feel it. So were you taught how to play instruments by your father and your grandfather?
Believe it or not, no. My dad had no patience.
Mm.
So when it came to him trying to teach me, it didn't work. I started learning piano by myself.
At what
And
age?
I was about 28, 29.
Oh, okay.
So, but my first instrument in reality was trumpet when I was in middle school.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went from trumpet to piano to the beat machine.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
As an artist, how do you feel like you found your sound?
Believe it or not, it's a lot of hours of just playing with sounds, playing
Yeah.
with different samples, playing with instruments. That critical moments was from those hours.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, now I finally developed myself because I put so much behind it. I realized what direction I want to go to. You know?
Mhm. Nah, I feel it. 10,000 hours of power. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Anything you want to learn how to do, you just apply yourself for more than 10,000 hours and you in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How do you decide when a piece of music is ready to be shared with the world? Do you have a specific process?
I usually, believe it or not, I ask my wife,
Mm.
how did it sound? I ask someone that's not a musical person, how does this sound? And they'd be like, oh, this sounds really nice. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I got exactly what I need. And then on top of that, it's a feeling that I get. I like if I really like the beat and I know it's done, I start smiling. I'm like, yeah. It's like that scene in Notorious when Biggie was doing Sky's the Limit and he
I know
goes,
exactly what you're
yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
yeah, I did it. That's how I feel.
Nah, I feel
That's what's in the back of my mind when I was like, I'm done. I got this.
dope, dope. So, talk about your journey as a producer. I know you said you've been picking up instruments. You played the trumpet, then you went to the piano. When did you start making beats?
To 2018, I started because from 21 to 27, I was in the army.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my 20s was dedicated to that, which helped me get into to school, which I started in 2018 because I had my jet bill. So everything was paid for. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I went to First Institute, that they have a beautiful campus now over in Maitland, Florida. It's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. So I went to them and say, hey, this is my dream. And they're like, I got a perfect program for you. And from there, I started making music. I started learning how things actually work. Like my teacher taught us from, hey, go look for the artist and then help develop them and produce them from step one to all the way to mastering.
Hmm.
So from 2018 and on, I've been making music.
What do you feel like your process is like when working on an album?
With a beat album, it's more like, can I make something out of this that is me? Like, can my sound come out through this? And if I'm working with somebody, our energies, are we connected some way? Are we in the same frequency? Because if we're in the same frequency, it's a million times easier.
Oh yeah.
You know, because then we can vibe off of each other, and I can bring out different experiments with that person because hey, they're comfortable with it. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, there's nothing like when you're working with somebody and you know what I mean, they don't take anything personal and you don't take anything
Nah.
personal because it's like sky's the limit. Like if I'm working with you, I could tell you, hey man, the bass is a little too loud. And if you're working with me, you could tell me, hey, try the chorus like this. You know what I'm saying? Or say it like this time. Take out this word, whatever. You know what I mean? I know the end goal is quality music. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. I had sessions like that where we're going back and forth with ideas and making it stronger, or another session where the artist was not in front of the mic. So I had to like make sure that he's constantly in front so that way we get the best quality out of his vocals.
What do you mean?
Because I had one artist that constantly moves to the side when he's rapping. You know, so I'm trying to like, hey, you want this vocals to be clear, crisp and clean, you're gonna have to stay in front of the mic. You know, figure out a way how to keep yourself in front, because you keep going to the side, I'm not gonna have the best quality recording from you. You know,
100%. How important is faith to you?
everything. I have it tattooed on my arm.
Not for real.
I promise you, since I realized God had my back at 18, when I was supposed to be in an accident that took away a bunch of my friends, it was like that feeling is like, okay, I have faith in you. Like, you've been keeping me up, keeping me floating this whole time. So that's a big thing.
God is the greatest, man.
Mm-hmm.
To you, what makes a good song or beat?
My bad.
You good, bro.
Depends. Like, first the beat, something has to catch my ear. So, like, if it's just a melody or ear candy or something like that, it'll catch me. But lyrically wise, I love stories. So if I hear an artist telling a story, I'm already in. I'm already like, what rabbit hole are we going into? Let's go.
Nah, I feel it. What's one of your favorite storytelling songs?
Slick Rick has one, so story time.
Oh yeah.
And then Nipsey Hussle has one. Victory Lap.
Yep.
You know, I want to say it correctly because I don't want to get in trouble with people.
Nah, I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one he was talking about where his homie got hit.
Yep, that one.
Mm-hmm. What's the average
Blue
day
Lakes
like?
2.
What's up?
Blue Lakes is 2.
Yep, that's it.
The average day, depending what day it is, honestly, every other day I take my kids to school, so I'm up by 6. Come back by 7:30, ain't gonna lie, go back to sleep. Till about like 10ish, 11. Then take care of me and my wife, stay home. So I'm a disabled vet, 100%. So I get my disability check. Take care of our youngest one, and then depending who picks up who, I'm in the studio. So I'm working on some type of music, mixing, or I'm trying to create a beat until later on that night, until everyone comes in, we have dinner, and I spend time with the wife after that. So.
Nah, for real. Sounds like you already got it made, bro.
That's why I'm glad I kind of hustled on my 20s.
Yeah, bro. It's like when you set yourself up as a producer, as an artist, to where it's like the music is on your terms. You know what I mean? Like, life is good, bro. You know what I mean? Like, everything else is a plus. You know?
Yep.
You got that quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You can make music when you want to. you know. But some people like to be in the studio, you know what I'm saying, away from home. But me personally, I'm the type of person, I'll get an idea at like 4 a.m. I want to be able to record that.
That's my dad. Me and my dad both have studios in our home.
Yep.
So my dad would literally get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go play a riff on his guitar, and come back. I will stay up just late, just working on something. Like when we first got into my house, my wife said, "You better finish that studio quick because I know that's your main priority right now. So you better finish this because I have a whole bunch of projects for you besides your studio."
The honey to-do list.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel it, bro. Any books that you're reading that have changed your life?
The Alchemist.
I just finished that.
The Alchemist.
That was
I'm almost done with that one. It puts a lot of perspective because the stuff that you go through is there for a reason, and eventually you're gonna have to move on from that. You know?
Yeah. So you ain't finished the book yet, right?
Nah, I'm like one chapter away, I think.
Nah, I feel it.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, man, but it was just like a mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What sacrifices have you made to get where you are at right now?
A lot. Like, I miss a lot of family time trying to figure out how I'm gonna work music with artists. Like, I had artists that asked for a bunch of beats, and I had deadlines, so I had to miss a lot of like family events with my wife. Like, they'll go out to, because I live in Florida, so they'll go out to like downtown Disney and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a lot of work. I can't make it. That's the part that sucks.
Yeah, for real. Especially when you work for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you should be able to take those times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should, like, on the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? They probably don't understand, like, you work for yourself. How come you can't? But it's like, you know, if you're the one that's the engine and you stop, ain't nothing else gonna propel it forward. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be behind. So it's like, you know, you can't afford to stop sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real. And deadlines, man, sucks, but deadlines are there for a reason. Because if you miss one, your whole plan just shifts over to a place where you don't want it to go.
Oh, yeah. Nah, 100%, man. And I mean, that also separates the serious artists from the people that just bullshit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you're working with people in this music industry, man, it's there'll be some characters in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can tell by the way that people are operating whether you want to do business with them off rip. If they the type that has deadlines and stuff like that, you know, okay, they up on top of their stuff, you know, they organize, you know what I mean? But if they like, oh, I don't have no release date for this and whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I had an artist that tried me like that. He didn't want to pay me my regular, and my prices are low, you know, but they're still worth my value. Like, to me, that's what my price's value is, you know? And he was like, oh, I can do 14 songs inside of 2 hours. I'm like, are they quality songs though? That's the real question. Because I don't like those either where they constantly, I feel like it's microwave songs. They're just there for like 2 seconds and that's it. I'm trying to make timeless music.
Next. Yeah.
Like me, I'm trying to make timeless music. So when I hear people saying that turns me off. I'm like, I'm not working with you because you're not taking your time and precious, you know, ability to actually do that.
Yeah, you just trying to rush through it.
You're just trying to get a bag and get out. No, I want people that I can have timeless music with, that in 20 years my kids can show their kids, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like,
For real, man. That's how you grow as a musician or a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just make good art. Yep.
In my studio, I have a wall of artists and producers. I'm not done yet, though. It's just staring at me in the face. Because I got that from J. Cole from one of his documentaries. I think it was the 2014 Forest Hill Drive documentary. In
Yeah.
his house, he had a bunch of pictures behind him saying, like, he had Ali and all these, everyone that he looked up to. He said, when I get into the studio, I don't want to let them down. So that's
Yeah,
kind
I
of what
heard
like
that.
I did. So they actually pushed me to make myself better. You know?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
How did you get your name?
DC stands for Dreamcatcher. I have weird, like, my relationship with God is weird because I put myself like in the Bible as Joseph, King Joseph.
Mm.
God spoke to him through his dreams. A lot of times when I dream, it's kind of like him warning me or telling me, hey, this is where I need you to be. This is where he's guiding me that way.
Mm.
So Dreamcatcher is, I want to get rid of all the bad dreams and just keep going with the good ones that God's trying to lead me to. And
That's
the
dope.
Prince, I just thought I was royalty. Believe it or not. I treat myself like I'm royalty, so that way when people come to me, they treat me with respect. You know?
Mm-hmm. Now you getting your dream out every day though. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle creative block?
I take time off. Believe it or not. I take time off. I focus on the kids, or I focus on what I need to do, because when I have beat block, I think that to me it's more like I need my focus somewhere else.
Mm.
Excuse me. So I need to put my focus somewhere else so I can come back to this. And that's pretty much how I see it.
Where do you get inspiration from?
Believe it or not, it's just in me. I just like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting to a point where it's like, if I don't do this after a certain time, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
And I want to keep feeling this. Like, that's usually where my inspiration comes from. I'll just put on a sample because I go through TrackLib.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel it down, I'll just go through samples. But like, hey, how does this sound? How does that sound? And that's where the inspiration comes from.
Nah, I feel it. How is it working with TrackLib?
It's actually easy. As long as you sample up to a minute, you're good. They tell you, because I use DistroKid, they give you an email. You put up the percentage. You put their email, and they quick to accept it, and you're good to go.
That's what's up.
Downloading is easy. They even have a cool feature where you can do the tempo. The pitch is different. You can do it up and down. They have the loops, so you got 4, 8, 2, and then they put sample drums in there. So you have trap drums, you have boom baps, you have rock, like hi-hat, simple kicks. So that way you can sample and be like, oh, now I see where I'm gonna go with this.
That's dope. That's dope. That's really dope.
It gives you a good idea of where you want to go and stuff.
That's fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out, man. For real, for real. I've been hearing a lot about them, and I know that's part of Eric's sermons.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And it was this. What was it? This sales was not that bad. It was like 50% off. So each month was $10. So you get all these samples for $10 a month, and you don't have to worry about the legal portion of it because it's already cleared.
Yeah,
so you can't
that's
really
a win-win.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
That's hard because I had different type of genres that I like. Because
give us one that represents DC the Prince, or like one that sticks with you.
Juice.
Why is that?
Because of the scene where Q was mixing up his demo tape. Always loved that scene. Always. The way how he mixed it and the way how he was working it, always, even as a kid when I saw it, intrigued me. I originally wanted to be a DJ. Yeah,
Did you ever take a shot at it?
I have my my controller, my DJ controller, and I played around with it, but I haven't got to that point where I'm focused 100% on it. I want to
Nah, I
make
feel you.
beats so that way I can, because believe it or not, making these beats help me with my timing, help me figure out when to drop in, when to drop out, stuff like that. So that's pretty much my first step was learning how to make beats. My next one should be on the DJ controller.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fire experience, man. I got a DJ
Hmm.
controller too, man, but it's just hard to find. Like, it's hard to find time alone, like while I'm making beats. So I can only imagine
Yeah.
like trying to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I have
Yep.
time, I try to play a couple songs on it. Play around with it. Who's somebody that you would love to work with?
Ooh. Hmm. One person, Jordan Lucas.
Mm, I can
Hmm.
see that. I can see that. That would be dope.
His his artistry is insane when it comes to not only rhyming but videos also.
Yeah, the
He
videos they
has a
crazy, man.
vision that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like how Busta Rhymes used to do the videos back in the days.
Yep. Him and Missy and them.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
What's your most memorable moment on the come up?
Most memorable. So when I first started boom bapping, the boom bap style, I got a lot of response back from it. Like, yo, this is dope. This is like, I'm like, okay, this is the feeling I want to chase. This is the I guess this is the style that's supposed to fit me. So realizing what style I'm supposed to be in is amazing feeling as it come up. You know?
Yeah, nah, I feel that.
Hmm.
Who are the people in your circle that push you forward?
My mom is one of the biggest supporters, believe it or not. She sends my music to everybody.
That's dope.
um, yeah. My wife supports me as well. Um, she keeps me like, hey, that extra ear that I need, and she's like, hey, don't do that, and I'll be like, okay, because if she
Yeah.
doesn't like it, I know a lot of people will be like, what the hell, you know? So she
Hmm.
supports me. She puts me into the studio a lot. Um, my
You
dad
mean
helps
like
me
tells you
too.
you need to get into the studio? Like, yo, you bugging? Get your
Yeah,
ass in the studio. Nah, I feel it. That's
yeah.
dope. That's dope.
So, yes, and my dad, my sister supports me too. Like I have a bunch of friends that'll help, support. They'll go ahead and share stuff, stuff like that.
Nah, for sure.
Which I appreciate it.
What's some advice you would tell your younger self when you first starting out?
Be patient. Be very patient. Because at first I was like, why am I not getting this? But after a while and repetition and working, I finally understand it. It took me because I went through Valencia as well because they have a beautiful music program over there that they have like a $2 million studio.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I went back in to do music theory. But the first time I didn't grasp it. So I had to go back twice and I finally got the right teacher to be like, okay, this is music theory, and he broke it down to the bare, like, essential. Boom.
Mm.
First thing, this is a note, you know? So going through that again, it was like, okay, I understand it better. So it taught me I had to be more patient with this.
What is a way that you've practiced patience?
Take breathers. You have to step back, take a breath. Once you feel overwhelmed, take a
Mm-hmm.
break. Go outside, take a smoke, do something. Reset yourself so that way you can come in focused and just go back in and kill it.
Nah, that's dope. What's one underrated skill every producer should develop to elevate their work?
Uh, oh, video skills. So video editing, doing, you know, promos and stuff like that. Just putting in the album cover is not working anymore. you have to grasp these audience a lot more. So you have to make these videos that stand out also. So knowing how to video edit and just learning the basics on a program is one thing that I think will elevate you further.
What type of gear do you use, and what program do you use?
I use a lot of NI stuff, Native Instruments.
Okay.
So for my beat pad, I have the Machine MK3. For keys, I have of course the S61. My interface is a PreSonus Studio. I use a MacBook that I just got for this Black Friday. My speakers, I have the Yamaha 7. I also have the JBL 5s. And what else? It's pretty much all I use.
Dope. Which kind of Mac did you get? Did you get the M4 chip?
I got the M4 Pro.
Oh, okay. How do you like it compared to what you was using?
Ooh, it's so much faster.
Yeah.
I was using an older Mac that was like 10 years old now. So all my programs were pretty much not even updating. Like
Super
I use
slow.
Logic a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I use Logic a lot for production and arrangement. So I use Pro Tools to record, and I have my own template in Logic because I like the way how Logic mixing sound.
Yeah.
And I put it in there. I mix it from Logic, but when I do my beats, I use the Machine program. I have now the Machine 3. So I use that to put down my ideas for beats. I export it to Logic and I mix it from there.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah.
So overall, it was a good investment?
Oh yeah. Great investment. Because before I was doing all that and I was getting error messages after a certain period. I'm like, come on, man, I can't even finish this beat. And now I had the exact same amount of plugins and it don't even touch hot. So I'm happy about that.
What's the most challenging project you've worked on? And what did you learn from it?
I had a project that I was working with another artist all summer this summer. We were supposed to drop it like 3 months ago. And I had to let go of that artist because of personal reasons and like business reasons also. And I learned that I had to stand on my word. If I mean you have to be here, you have to be here. You know, I had to realize that I had to, if I'm about to say it, I'm going to say it and actually do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my biggest, lesson, especially this year.
Word. What advice would you give to somebody that's starting out trying to learn music theory?
YouTube does help, but it'll cloud your thoughts a lot. What you need to do is just Google the basics. You know, there's a lot of places out there, a lot of games on your phone that you can use now that help you with music theory. You know, so just go through those because they even have ear training experiences there too that'll help you with music theory.
Oh, apps on your phone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I was using
crazy.
it when I was sitting. I was just and as I'm
You're breaking up, brother.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you good.
I had a phone call come in. No, but when I was waiting for picking up my kids, I would use those apps, just waiting for them for like the 10, 15 minutes. I'm waiting for them to put them in and just figure out, hey, this note is that. And that helped me later on to be like, hey, I understand it better.
You remember which one of those apps that you were using?
One of them was actually called Ear Training. And the other one, I don't remember because I know they cost money and I was like, I'm not using those.
Nah, I feel it.
I had them, yeah, because I got them through school. So
Nah, I dig it. What's one production technique or a piece of gear that you can't live without? Maybe a favorite plugin.
plug-in wise, my Fab Filter. They just
Yeah,
came out with Fab Filter Pro Q4.
yeah,
I haven't had a
that
chance
shit's
to
a
play with it.
beast. I saw
Yeah,
videos on it, man. That shit is a beast.
I love it. Like the three, I put it on. I use that the most. That's my go-to EQ because it's so much easier to carve out the frequencies that I want and figure out where is the harshness that I need to take out. You know?
Yeah, you can do the surgery a little bit more precise on that joint.
Exactly.
If you could produce a soundtrack for any movie, what would it be? Past, present, and future.
Past, present, future. Mm. That's wild. That's real wild. Mm. Probably Paid in Full.
Mm, that's crazy.
Paid in Full because Boom Bap was starting to get its name because that's in the 80s. Boom Bap started what 90s?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's fire.
yeah.
What's the future you see with the independent industry, 2025?
What do you mean?
Like any trends you see? Like, do you see people not using streaming platforms more? Maybe going direct to consumer? Like, where do you think the game is going?
I think they're gonna find another app to go to because remember TikTok is getting banned next year.
Mm.
So they're gonna have a lot of artists was brought up on TikTok. Remember, they were founded on TikTok, same way how back in the day it was Twitter.
Yeah.
So I think now it's gonna be a different platform where a lot of these artists are gonna come out of. You just gotta figure out which one it is. Because Threads is starting to become one of those places where you can find artists and you can talk to them and it's that type of friendly platform. So maybe people start looking into that one. You never know.
I feel it. Anything that we should be on the lookout for coming up soon?
I'm just looking out for more artists to produce. Just keep looking out for my beats. I try to take them out. I try to put them out at least once a day or whenever I get at least 10 completed at a time. So that way I can have 10 days worth of, what's them called? Postings
Content.
and reels and stuff. Yeah, content.
Nah, I feel
So right now, just keep an eye out for those and just keep an eye out for advertisement because I'm still looking for artists to work with because I would love to put out a mixtape, like a DJ Khaled type mixtape.
Yeah, that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, bro. It's called God Waste Nothing. And I'm pretty much using the beats, you know what I'm saying, from when I first started making music. And I'm putting all of the talent I met. You know what I'm saying? But I do a virtual open mic, bro, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should definitely pull up. There will definitely be a lot of artists that you could work with. And you could
I'll be there.
That mixtape happen. I'll put you on the guest list.
Appreciate it. Like, my idea, I already have a name and everything. It's going to be The Legends of the Legend of the Dreamcatcher. That's going to be my title that I want to make. And I want to do, like what you said, the beats that I started with, I want to pull those out and then mix it with some of the new stuff. So that way they can have a comparison of how I started and my progress now.
Yep. That's what I'm doing right now, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. For sure, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you taking some time to talk with us, man. And
I appreciate you having me here.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. We'll catch you later.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. God bless.
You too. Bye.